Hello, back out, another video. I'm in the van this time. This video should be interesting. I think it will be. It could be the first of a many-part series. There are 90-something counties in the UK, 92, depending on who you consult. I'm going with 92. And I think what I'd like to do is try and ride my bike up every single one. It may take a while. In fact, it definitely will take a while. But I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm in Suffolk, because that's my home county. This is where the first ascent will be. I say ascent, I mean, I'll tell you about this peak when I get to the top. It's hardly a peak. But it still counts. It still counts. And because it's quite flat around here, I think I should be, over the next 2 days, able to knock off 9 of these peaks right in this first video. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be an interesting video. Look at the state of my van. All the emergency equipment, wall plugs, sugar, stirrers, a fork, screws, a pen, keys that I don't know what they're for, this thing, and a wheel. Prepared for any eventuality. It looks like this first peak is half a mile that way. So it's going to be, you know, some of these are going to be really short little rides, some a bit longer, but that's just the way it is. Seems I have so many. I will be getting a fair bit of exercise today. Let's get going. Here we are. Oh God, the air's thin up here. Let's find out how high it is. Not very. So this is called Great Wood Hill, 133 metres. So this is the summit in Suffolk. The highest point is Great Wood Hill at 133 metres. Easy first one. Back to the van, I suppose. Literally 5 minutes. That's all I did. But it's just the way it is. Peak 1 done. Now on to peak 2. God, look at the state of this van. I haven't cleaned it since before I went and did the GDMBR. It's pretty disgusting. I'm sorry. I'll clean it before the next video. And if I don't, I'm busy, alright? Cut me some slack. Right, before we set off to our next one, which is in Cambridgeshire, thought it'd be interesting for me to tell you what each of these counties is famous for. The most easterly point in the country, the secrets of Shingle Street, the white bricks of Woolpit, the green children of Woolpit. I remember that, the green children. All the other things put aside, because obviously green children is way more interesting than anything else. 2 children of unusual skin colour who reportedly appeared in the village of Woolpit in Suffolk, England, in the 12th century. They had a green colour, spoken an unknown language, would eat only raw, broad beans. That might be why they were green. Interesting, look it up. It's on Wikipedia. The Green Children of Woolpit. Right, let's go. Right, so this next one is a bit different. We have 2 peaks, 2 counties, 1 ride. I think it's about 7 miles, so yeah, we'll get going. Another peak. They're not all going to be as easy as this. I'm sure of that. I'll find somewhere to stop. So there you have it. Cambridgeshire highest point, Great Chisel, 150 metres. Now on to Essex, which is much higher at 166 metres. Yeah, so I got a bit of a ride to get there, but that's fine. Let's get moving. I'm glad I brought my mountain bike. I nearly brought the gravel bike. I would have been screwed. It's bloody muddy. I always want to learn about mushrooms and which ones you can eat and which ones you can't. I'll get round to it. Nearly at the peak. So there we have it, peak number 3. A muddy one this time. Got another 3 miles to get back to the van. Like I say, I'm glad I brought my mountain bike. I brought my Vitus Nucleus. It's the one I use for like single track trails, things like that. I literally brought it because it was easier to get to than my Kona. If I'd have brought the Kona, I wouldn't have made it up here. I had to push for the last little bit because it was a footpath. So my addendum is I'm going to ride as much as I can. And then if I have to push the rest, or even ditch the bike and walk the rest, I will. The aim will be to get as high as I can in each county, legally, and is physically possible. Kind of makes sense. And this peak is on Chrysal Common and it's 166 metres. You can probably tell the east of England is pretty flat, which is good for today. Time to make a cup of coffee to take with me and then head off to the next one. Don't actually know what it is, I'll have a look in a minute. So yeah, I'm going to make this coffee and then we'll see what Cambridgeshire and Essex are famous for. So Cambridgeshire, famous for the university, which is the obvious thing. I'm sure it has more stuff going on, but that'll do. This video would be too long. Now, what is Essex famous for? The longest pier in the world. It's so big it's home to its own train track. The first county in the country to create a county park system. Colchester is in Essex. That used to be the capital of Britain, I know that. There's a lot going on in Essex. Come and visit. That's about all the time I have. Now I need to get to... I've forgotten. Let's see. It's a good job Ross provides everything. He's done all the routes for the road and all the individual routes. I just have to follow along. He knows I just get lost because I have all the sense of direction of a raccoon. Actually, raccoons probably got a good sense of direction. Bedfordshire, Dunstable Downs. Yeah, so off to Bedfordshire. Let's go. So there aren't any hard and fast rules for this challenge. I think Ross has just found the lowest point that we can see from elevation profiles of each of these peaks, or hills, whatever you want to call them, and tried not to make them too long. Obviously there's a lot of driving involved and time is a factor. Some of the peaks I imagine in the future are going to have official start points, and where there are we'll use them, but yeah, this is just a bit of fun. That took ages. Looks like a shortish ride. We're going up this hill to Dunstable Downs. Gonna get going quick. There's a chance then I can do the next two in daylight. or at least not in the dark. Let's give it a go. Felt that climb, short and sharp. This is beautiful. These things are interesting. I think they used to set fires in them as some sort of alert, a warning thing. I don't know when, maybe the war. I'll have a look in a minute when I stop. I think I'm here though. I'm at the peak. So that's Bedfordshire done. Dunstable Downs, 244 metres, the highest one yet. It's nice here. I'd like to come back and visit properly. Reminds me of the South Downs. It says here these beacons were part of an early warning system in 1588, when England was overshadowed by the fear of Spanish invasion during the reign of Elizabeth I. So there was a network of these fire beacons from Cornwall to London. I don't know if that one was from 1588, I doubt it. But I'd imagine that's where one was sighted. Very cool. Right, back to the van. Right. Done. So Bedfordshire is famous for, this is the best one. The world's first tractor was invented in Bedfordshire. They were created in Biggleswade by a man called Daniel Albone. Tractor invented here. Love it. Right, now on to the next one, which is Hertfordshire, Pavis Wood. It's going to be dark. And I think there's two quite close to each other, Hertfordshire and Buckinghamshire. I'd like to get them both done tonight, but it might be that I do them tomorrow. We'll see. Let's get there and see what's happening. Okay, change of plan. Decided to stop for today and then start again early in the morning. So I'm just parked up back at the top of Dunstable Downs, actually, in the car park. I'm going to have some dinner. I've got some onions and some sausages. I'm just going to fry them up. Maybe some noodles. Maybe not. Maybe just the sausages. We'll see. Tomorrow, then, we'll be going to Hertfordshire. First thing. In fact, I'll probably go there tonight. I'm not going to stay here tonight. I'll have my dinner, wait till rush hour's passed. It's 5:15 now. And then head off. And then park up somewhere down there for the night. And get up early. I don't want to... I could ride tonight, but I don't want to miss out on the views. I think it's supposed to be quite nice. So I'll get up, get a sunrise one in. And tomorrow's going to be a nice day, weather-wise. So why rush it? I'm going to do that. So I'm going to cook this, eat, then get to the next spot, and then go to sleep, probably. Get up early. Simple, but good. Right, I'm parked up, stealth mode. About to go to sleep. I'm going to be up nice and early for the sunrise tomorrow. Get going on these next couple of climbs. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I had a good night. I got the bike all ready. Got a 7-mile ride now, I think, for the peaks of Hertfordshire and Buckinghamshire. I think that's what it is. And then we're off to Oxfordshire, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get these done first. It's pretty cold. So that's Hertfordshire done. Pavis Wood, 268 metres. Now we've got a little ride to Combe Hill in Buckinghamshire, which is 277 metres. This is a nice spot and it's a beautiful morning. Perfect. Embarrassingly, we go past my country retreat on this route. Just a little place. I like to keep it, you know. Over there you might be able to see my two sheep, Quentin and Tarantino. Yeah, I think I'll stop in for a coffee and then carry on. That was embarrassing. I got mixed up. That's not my country retreat at all. Just being escorted off the premises by the police. How many times am I going to do that again? Looks like we've got an actual trig point for this one. So that's it. We're here. What did I say it was? Combe Hill. 277 metres, very misty. Now to get back to the van and for my second coffee. Usually had about 5 by now. Starting to get withdrawal. Right, whilst the kettle's boiling, let's see what these places are famous for. Start with Hertfordshire. Has one of the largest reconstructed Iron Age settlements in the UK. It's got a famous clock tower. Yeah. About it for Hertfordshire. What was the other one? Buckinghamshire. It's the most filmed county in England, including famous films like Star Wars, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, James Bond. Anyway, that'll do. Kettle's boiled. Just a short one, this one, I think. 3 or 4 miles. Beacon Hill. Can't be very high because I can't see it. So we're pretty much at the summit now. I think it's just slightly off in there, but this looks like the highest point to me. Beacon Hill, 253 metres. I think my shifter is broke. I may well have a single speed bike for the rest of this trip. I'm pretty sure it's snapped. I'll have a quick look when I get back. Another challenge, isn't it? Yes, broke. So it's in about 4th gear. So Oxfordshire, famous for the university, obviously, as is Cambridge. But this interesting fact, Cambridge University was formed by scholars who escaped from Oxford. This was during a time when the locals wanted to lynch all of the students because some of them had beat a local woman to death. What a way to start a university. And the first person to run a mile in less than 4 minutes, Roger Bannister. Studied at Oxford University. It's all about Oxford University. Nothing else in Oxfordshire exists because of Oxfordshire, because of Oxford University. Anyway, that's it. Now, on to the next one. So it's about a 7-mile loop and only about 500 feet, which is good because I'm not in the ideal gear. I can't really be bothered messing around with it to try and get it into a lower one. It's gonna grind through. I am never gonna buy a single speed. That is the least edible looking mushroom I've ever seen. But somebody now tells me that is the tastiest one, which would be a good example of why I shouldn't go foraging. What a beautiful place. I suppose everywhere's beautiful in the autumn. Flapjack, cappuccino. This is the best view so far of all the peaks I've done over the last 2 days. Now to get back to the van. So there you go, Leith Hill, which is 296 meters. Is that the highest? Believe it or not, yeah. That's the highest one of the lot, 296. So what is Surrey famous for? Inspiring some of England's most influential writers. Jane Austen spent holidays here. Sherlock Holmes creator Arthur Conan Doyle lived in Surrey for 10 years. E.M. Foster lived in Abinghamshire. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I've just been past there. So yeah, that's that really. And it's also England's most densely wooded county. 1/5 of its land area is covered by trees. Excellent. I like it. It's a nice place. I think it's very affluent. You can tell. Now on to Kent, the last one. Right, last one, Kent. I'm in Clackett Lane Services. This is where my ride starts. I'm counting on Ross. He told me there was a way out of here. I'm hoping he doesn't mean onto the M25, because if that's the case, goodbye. Yeah, I'm going to get the bike out and figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, he's right. It's over there. I'm going to head over there now and start to that. I think it's only about 5 miles, so let's get moving. Muddy. Just hit the first dead end of the whole trip, so I shouldn't complain. Find a way round, hopefully. Having to push big in hill. I can't go up there in 5th gear. Hopefully not far on the road though. It's a little bit scary. It looks like this is about as high as I can get. Betham's Hill, 251 meters. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. See if I can get somewhere to get the drone up, maybe give you a quick look. That hill was a killer. Biggin Hill, I've heard of that. So that was Betsham's Hill, and that was 254 metres. I'm back in a van now. Just got to get home, beat all the Friday evening traffic, which I won't do, but not a problem. What is Kent famous for? Canterbury Cathedral. Apparently it's wine. It has really good wine. So that's it, really. Yeah, that'll do. That's enough information. So I'm going to get home. I really enjoyed that. That was really good fun. I like little challenges like that. And it was completely manageable. It all went perfectly. I'd like to do more of those. So if you liked it, let me know in the comments. And if you didn't like it, just don't say anything. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Goodbye.